Here, these guys will not be perfect. I just grabbed two guys out of our weight room. One was our backup strong end, and one was our second weekend. So they're not great. His hand should be out further. In his stance, you can see his head's behind his hand right now, behind his down hand. He needs to get his down hand up and out further. He's got the heel-to-toe stagger, though. He's got his butt up. He just needs to be elongated a little bit more. And he didn't bring his strike point up. But this is just get off. You can see they're out of practice. This was Thursday. I just kind of grabbed these couple of guys and filmed them. He should be getting his hands up. He's coming out back fairly flat, but feet driving away. See the feet pushing the ground away. There's no real step. The first thing that you see their feet do is push into the ground. And there's a 5-yard sprint there. He kind of overemphasized the hands. A little bit of strike, but that's kind of what we want to see. I want to see his thumbs up more. Yeah, he didn't get the hands up. This is Donald in a 2-point stance, which is what he plays when he plays defensive end. I'd want to see his hands up just a little bit more, out in front a little bit, but I like the back flat position. And the same thing I would tell him here is the same thing I would tell of somebody in a 3-point stance. Push your butt up. Push your butt up a little bit. That'll flatten your back out some. And I would like this foot to be a little bit wider because there's just not much weight. There's not much pressure on it right now. Okay, there's not much pressure. I want to be evenly distributed and really drive the ground away. Okay, and he's going to strike point that. He's going to be a block too. I didn't put in a base block, but the principles are the same. Yeah, I don't like his feet. He knew what the drill was. You see how he's leaning. That strike point's going away from him. I want to see the strike point get up faster for him. He missed the bag. But we want to see that strike point outside. The hard part about playing with the bag. See, he's trying to rip. He hasn't hit strike point yet. These guys are out of practice. So that's the rip. I think we got a better one here in a minute. I want to see him tilted more. He's a weak side end. He's not used to playing in a stance. I want to see him tilt a little bit more. Okay, there you see the strike, outside hand, the inside hands in the sternum of the bag here. Okay, the hips to the heat. He's working his hips to the outside. Our little freshman offensive lineman here is trying to reach him. That kid's 14. I can't wait. But you see he's keeping it working outside. He needs to post that hand a little more. He's letting the lineman get into him, but it's hard with the bag. And then he's going to rip off. And he's exaggerating the back part. I'd like to see him exaggerate the first part of the rip a little bit better. And then I need to see him come to control faster here. Come to control and finish the... Yeah, he's just posting and... I'll tell you, this kid's pretty good as a 6 technique. He plays mostly head up. He doesn't play that much shade. That was a better job there. Good post position, hips to the heat, rip off. Want to see a little more rip with it. Okay, now we're going to block away. Okay, here we got a block away from us. So we're going to get the down release by the tackle. He should be aligned a little bit tighter, a little bit more tilted is what I wanted to see him do. But we're going to get a down release by the tackle. This would be simulating your backside guard. So that strike point goes away. Again, I wanted to be tighter on him so that you can really get a piece of him and disrupt this guy. But when your strike point goes away, that automatically takes you down the line of scrimmage. Strike point goes away and then train wrecking that. Strike point goes away, bend straight down the line of scrimmage and train wreck. He looks like he's blocking him. He's our tight end. We got to teach him to be a defensive end this year. Same type of thing there. They're not blocking him. They just be blowing it up. He just didn't get a good piece of him there. Okay, this is our screen retrace. They didn't come hard up the field, but just give you an idea. They're getting pass pro here. Okay, this is how we pass pro. But he's up, hi-hat, pass pro for a second. I'd like him to hold that just a second longer. But that's what you're going to get. I mean, they're going to get a little hi-hat, and then he releases him. And they just have to learn, and what they're learning in this drill is it's never going to be that easy. It will never be that easy. Our safeties do not drill with our corners. Only our free safety will drill with our corners. Okay, again, screen retrace. Tax. That guy leaves you. Recognize right now that it's never that easy. Put a foot in the ground and retrace back to the line of scrimmage. Find that potential receiver. Probably not going to be that far off the field. But, got the idea. That's a little bit better. Screen retrace there. And then you can also have him release outside. And then we go to one-on-ones. This is a mismatch. This is a kid that just is a senior. Is probably going to be. He's probably size-wise. He's a Division II player. He's good enough to be higher level. He's just not big enough. So he's going to beat on our freshman tackle here a little bit. But this is what we'll do. Line up one-on-one. He's a 3 technique, so he's a two-way go on this guy. In other words, it's okay if he goes outside or inside on him. If he's a defensive end, he has to stay outside. He's a 3 technique, though. Our tackle just overset him to the outside. You see him hitting strike point a little bit. There's a strike point. That hand's a little bit outside. But he's hitting the strike point, inside hand on the inside. He's getting the pass set. He uses a lot of bull rush, which doesn't work that well in this situation. But he's going to use an inside rip move there. You see he posts the right arm, and he works that left hand inside with an inside rip move there. Now he's pass protecting. This is just a mismatch. Okay. Mike tries to work an outside rip move, but he's not in position for it because he's trying to run around the blocker. He doesn't go to hit strike point. Okay, he doesn't go to hit strike point. You can't just run around. I mean, this kid does a lot of camps. He knows one-on-ones. He knows how to win a one-on-one. We don't play in a 2-point stance, but he knows how to win a one-on-one and how to pass at somebody. So you're not going to win that. He's trying to run around him, speed rushing, and you're just not going to win that battle. If he tries to rip, tries to spin. We don't teach a spin. Spin is a last resort move. If he's riding you out, which he was in a last resort, he was blocked. But what he did wrong was if he's going to spin, he has to sit back into him. We don't teach a spin move because most guys won't sit back and take that left elbow and pin him. This is a good offensive tackle. He just lets him spin, and he just waits it out. He had no chance there. Okay? Yeah, I mean, zero chance of winning that one-on-one. Arms are too slow. I think this is a mismatch. These are, this kid was, I think, all conference or something. And these guys are backups, so his arms are too slow on the strike, but he's trying to hit strike point. He should be trying to hit a rip to the outside, but he just got beat.